Hello everyone, Ron and David here, coming to you from our website, astrologynewsreport.com.
Now we look at the upcoming planetary patterns and predictions, what's in store in the heavens for June 8th to June 15th and beyond.
Venus will be exactly opposite Saturn on Thursday, June 12th. When two planets are opposite each other, they are in mutual aspect. Each one influences the other. In this case, Venus, a natural benefic planet, the planet of love and guidance, is having a positive effect on Saturn. Saturn's significations will benefit.
Going in the other direction, Saturn is influencing Venus, but because Saturn is one of the natural malefic planets, Venus and its significations suffers from the restrictive energy of Saturn. So this would be a benefit to any of the existing powers that be during the week, and it will help to compensate for the Mars opposite Uranus energy that has been manifesting as threats posed by the various rebellions and protests around the world.
And yet Venus may, in fact, suffer. The full moon is this week on Friday, June 13th at 28 degrees Scorpio. This is the culmination of the lunar month's energy.
Uh-oh, Scorpio full moon on Friday the 13th. It doesn't sound good, Ron.
Well, actually, it will be Friday the 13th for the full moon in Asia and Europe, and on the east coast of the USA. But here in California, it will still be Thursday, June 12th.
So, for the folks on the West Coast, let's use the axiom, if it has to happen, let it happen somewhere else.
Yeah, theoretically, depending on whatever superstition you subscribe to.
Yeah, absolutely. I am noticing that the full moon is at 28 degrees Scorpio, and Jupiter is at 28 degrees in Gemini. Doesn't this constitute a special Vedic astrological aspect called Sakata Yoga?
Well, technically it is, but this problematic yoga, which occurs in a natal chart when the moon and Jupiter are in signs that are 6th and 8th from each other, is only functioning here for a day or so. Actually, it will be over as soon as the moon crosses into Sagittarius. But we can say that the day of the full moon is more likely to have some problems associated with it.
Also notice that this is when Venus and Saturn are exactly opposite each other, so that's another red flag, at least for Venus's significations.
Okay, agreed there. Maybe Thursday and early Friday are not the best days for scheduling anything of great importance.
Another interesting item that I am looking at is the exact square of Mars and Pluto. That happens next Saturday, June 14th. This has even more potential of creating an event because on that day the moon will be exactly conjunct Pluto, just as the square is precise to the minute.
Yes, this looks like it could manifest as something large-scale. Pluto is not one of the original Vedic astrology planets, but in Western astrology it is thought to signify large, generational, transformative events. We can liken Pluto to Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction and regeneration.
And Mars is the attack planet, the planet of war and destruction, which can bring on the destructive phase of Pluto. Any guesses on how this could manifest?
Well, there sure are a lot of possibilities out there. Again, it can be human-caused or courtesy of Mother Nature.
And let's not forget about the other Mars pattern that is still ongoing and getting more intense as the components get closer to exact alignment.
You are, of course, talking about the Mars-Uranus opposition, which will be 3 degrees from exact by next weekend.
So, if you add that to the Mars square Pluto energy, doesn't it start to look like something significant showing up by the end of the week?
Okay, I am not going to say which of the various tinder boxes that have been smoldering for weeks will go to full ignition, but for sure, we will be reporting back next week, so until then.
Thanks for visiting astrologynewsreport.com. Now on to segment 3 of this week's show.